Hello. I'm just going to do a quick introduction. We're here. We're going to beat Georgetown today. We got our great head coach, Joe Moorhead. I don't want to spend any time because Joe's got to get back to the team. I'm just going to hand it off to Joe. Joe's had a great year so far, and we're going to go forward. I think I heard that someplace.
I'm not much of a microphone guy. Everybody can hear me? Yeah. Good. I'm going to set that in the stand here because these things make me nervous. Okay. All right. First thing I'd like to do is, where's Mrs. Rowland at? Carol Rowland?
No, right here.
Hello. Hey, great to see you again. She's a very faithful and loyal supporter of the Fordham football program. I know her and her husband Jack have been following us since my days as a player, so it's great to have you back. Great to see you again, and thank you very much for all of your support for the program. So let's put our hands Very excited about this opportunity today to play Georgetown. Brought some information along if you guys want to pass around. We've got our offensive scouting report, our defensive scouting report, and our special teams, so if you guys want to take a look at that. As we just talk about, go through the game plan and things. So the kids are working very hard. I'm very excited about it, our mentality. The things that we've talked about since we've got here as a coaching staff about winning games based on the intangibles, attention to detail, work ethic, and discipline are something that I think our kids have really bought into, and it's shown on the field. And then the tangible things that we work on, which is our focus, our fight, our finish, and the daily preparation that goes into winning football games. You know, a lot of people come out and you see the product that's on the field, and the result of the game is determined on Saturday. But in our eyes, the preparation aspect of it is the most important. And what we do from Sunday to Friday, preparing ourselves mentally and physically to win the football game is a determining factor. So we talk about preparation during the week, effort, execution, and finish. Those are our main focuses on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and those are the things that have led us to victories thus far and will continue to lead us to victories this season and throughout the future of the program. Talking a little bit about Georgetown, our opponent, starting defensively. Their defense coordinator is Rob Scarlatta. He's a Georgetown alum. I believe Rob graduated in '93. He was there as a coach when I was there, and Rob has stayed throughout the head coaching changes, and he does an excellent job with the defense. They run a base 3-4 front. They slant and angle to try to get to a 4-down look, and what you're going to see from them today is a lot of movement. Okay, so they don't like to stay static. They're not like a 4-down front where they're going to rush up the field and try to utilize their down linemen to stop the run game. They move their front pre-snap. They move it post-snap, and they utilize a lot of corner blitzes and a lot of safety blitzes to try to bring extra numbers to the box to stop the run game. So that's something that you'll see from them schematically. They'll play a lot of quarters coverage, a lot of cover 3, and they'll get in some fire zone and man-to-man coverage on third medium and getting into the red zone. Okay. From a personnel perspective, the guys that we have to look out for who are their best players is Robert McCabe. He's their starting linebacker. He's the preseason Defensive Patriot League Player of the Year. He has 68 tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks this year. He plays a middle linebacker, very active, very physical, runs sideline to sideline, and you know he's probably one of the top linebackers we've seen thus far, you know, outside of Villanova or Lehigh. So we have to do a great job containing him. Their boundary corner, Jeremy Moore, is a guy that's very good. He's from the Hill High School up here in New Haven, Connecticut. Great in coverage. He's a great return man. They utilize him on a lot of corner blitzes from the short side of the field, so he's another guy that we need to be aware of. And then there's this guy, number 11, who's a pass rushing specialist. And when we get into third downs, they move him all around, and he does an excellent job rushing the passer. And so we got to make sure that we're getting our protection to where we can pick him up and not, as a term I use, don't let the game wreckers wreck the game. All right, identify who the game wreckers are. All right, offense, defense, and special teams, and don't allow them to wreck the game. And he has the potential to do that if we're not good in pass protection. So that's an overview of their defense. Offensively, Vinny Marino is their offensive coordinator. He's local, so you guys may remember his name. He was the offensive coordinator at Columbia under Coach Wilson the past few years. They're down to their third string quarterback. I'm not sure if the other guy's going to play or not, but we prepared for both. But we're expecting to see Steven Scon, who's the guy that led them to a victory against Princeton at the tail end there. So he's a young guy. He's gaining experience. He's getting better week to week. So we expect to see him play. They're a multiple offense. They run a no huddle. They'll be mostly, well, what they've shown on film is 1 back, 3 wides, 1 tight end. 2 backs, 3 wides, and then a little bit of other stuff. So they're multiple. They'll mix up their tempos. Coach does a good job with that. They're running the football very well. Nick Campanella is their leading running back. He averages 5+ yards carried, big bruising kind of runner. And then they've got another kid named Claytor who comes in. He's more of a speed guy. So in terms of stopping the run game, we got to be aware of those guys. In the pass game, they have a kid named Kevin McCarry, who's from right up here in New Canaan, played for Coach Marinelli. They move him around to try to get him the ball. A third of the passes, 31% of the passes that are thrown go his way. So we've got to be aware where he is. And make sure we're covering him with good tight coverage. Special teams wise, carries the punt returner. He does have a punt return for a touchdown this year, so we're going to be smart with what we do in terms of kicking the ball to him and making coverage. And Jeremy Moore is the kickoff returner and does have a kickoff return for a touchdown this year. So we've been great on our kickoff coverage teams. We shored up our punt coverage team. We let one get out towards the end there for a little bit of a gain at the Lehigh game, but Patrick Murray's to me the top kicker in the country, so he's got to continue to do the things he's doing. And the whole thing that we talked to the team about this week is we've got to play a complete game. All right, who the opponent is really to us is immaterial. All right, we talked about last week on the scoreboard. It's just say Fordham versus Fordham. All right, because the only people that can beat us is ourselves. So we've got to play smart football. We got to play penalty-free from the sense that we don't want to do stupid penalties. I mean, there's going to be things that happen in the game, in the course of the game, where there's holds. There's some things that are errors of aggression. We don't want to beat ourselves with stupid penalties. Okay, we have to play turnover-free on offense, create some turnovers on defense, limit the explosive plays on defense, create explosive plays on offense, and we've got to win the third down and red zone battle. So in terms of what we're looking for a game, that's what we're looking for moving forward, and we're very excited for this opportunity. We're 5 games in, we've got 3 wins, and we're looking to get to 4-2 today. And if we play a complete game, we play well as a team, and do the things we've done so far, I expect very good results today. So is there any questions I can answer for anyone?
How's the team's mental state?
Mental state is fine. They were somber in the Lehigh locker room, and quite frankly, I would have been upset if they weren't. And we conditioned ourselves to earn the right to win and to expect success. So when you get beaten in a close game like that, particularly by a top 10 team in the country, it should sting. But we always say the season starts today, and we're not going to let this game we weren't going to let the Lehigh game beat us twice. So we went in, we watched the film, we identified the things we needed to correct, we put that to bed, and Georgetown's a formidable team. They won 8 games last year, they won 3 games this year, so they required all of our attention. So any lingering effects or lasting effects of that defeat, we didn't allow. So it's we're very positive moving forward coming off that game.
You got any injuries, Coach?
Tenuta is out with an upper leg injury, so he won't play today. He'll be the only guy.
So Watkins is okay?
Yes, he's going. He got cleared on Thursday. Anyone else? You sure?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.